那我们现在开始吧。
Okay, Franklin. Franklin has a question, I guess.
Franklin, you have a question?
Do I need paper?
Not for now. A good question. Okay, so let's get started. Hi everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining us today. 大家好. I am 谭老师. I'm so happy that you're all here today. How many of you are taking the Chinese class for the very first time? You want to raise your hand and show me? Oh, I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so special. I wish I could do a high five with you, but let's do something else instead. Why don't we wave like crazy? Hey! This is our first Chinese class. Very good. I can see a lot of smile on you. Oh, I have another student coming in. Okay, let's wait for her to connect. Okay, I think we got everyone now. Welcome again. Okay, so now you are probably asking this question. Let me get my annotation spotlight. Okay, so you are probably thinking, what can I learn in a year? How many of you just complete kindergarten? Or, oh, we got one. You just complete kindergarten. Very good. So I'm sure you still remember what you learned in kindergarten. So in the very first year, you learn phonic. And I'm sure you still remember B, pronounced B, bat, B, right? Yeah, remember that? Yep. And M, man, Yes, that's right. So let's hear what the pinyin sounds like in Chinese. So B, pronounced bo, bo. You can all unmute and read with me. Do you know how to unmute?
Bo.
Very good. Bo.
Bo.
B pronounced bo.
Bo.
Yes. Now let's take a look at P. In English, P, pan, P, right? Yep. So that in English is pronounced P. In Chinese, it's pronounced po. Po. Can you read after me?
Po.
Po. Very good. Now let's work on M. M in Chinese pronounced more. More.
More.
Very good. And F? F in English, it sounds like F, fun, right? So now in Chinese, it sounds like four. Good. Let's all unmute and read this together. Four. More. Four. Very good. So you learn phonic. Good job. So you learn phonic just like in your kindergarten. So you're probably thinking, what else do I learn? So let me show you. We also learn tones. There's 4 tones in Chinese. So the first one would be, let's say let's take one example. Let's do M, A. M is more. A is ah, more ah, ma, mama, the ma. So that means mom. We're gonna take this pronunciation through 4 different tones. So the first one is ma. Now let's take a look at the second tone. this. And we'll try with the second tone. With the second tone, it will sound like ma. Do you hear the difference? Ma.
Ma.
Very good. Now let's try with the third tone. Ma. Ma. And again, we're going to do a fourth tone. Ma.
Ma.
So we put it all together. We have ma, 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 ma. Okay, very good. So now let's go to, oh, another one come in the room. Let me let her in. Okay. So now another area we work on is vocabulary, which is a sight word when you're in kindergarten. And I believe in kindergarten, you learn about maybe between 55 to 60 sight words. Do you still remember I, am, look, like, the, to, mine? Yes, still remember? So those are your kindergarten sight words, but in Chinese, we also have, let's see how many sight words we could learn in the first year. So if we split it into two, in the same textbook, the first half are being taught in beginner level, and each lesson I'm assuming would be about 10. So if I have a really good mathematicians can add it up for me. So we have 8 lessons, in each one you learn about 10 sight words. So all together, how many sight words you think we can learn?
80.
Yes, I hear 80. Wow, you guys are good with numbers. So then again, on the second year, you can learn another 80 sight words. So far so good, just very, very similar to what you were going through in kindergarten. What else do we learn? Let's take a look. We also learn radicals. Let's take a look at one example. If you take this structure apart, you have left and right. Try to get a circle. If you look at the left side, that means female. Does it look like when you have one leg cross the other? That means female. I want to give you more example. Yeah, I see some head nodding. Very good. Now let's take a look at a few examples, if I may write it out. Oh, we got more coming in. So one example we just went over earlier, ma, that means mom. And I'll give you one more example. Jia, that means older sister. And let's make one more, Mei. Oops, hard to write with this. Okay, so who can tell me what's in common in these 3 characters? For some reason, I'm not seeing anyone. Okay. Oh, Franklin. I think I finally see that.
They all have the same first character.
Yes, they have the same radical, which means female. So if I could mark it out, then we could all see it very clear what's in common. And mom, older sister, and younger sister, they are all female. So it makes sense, right? So that's radical.
Writing.
Sorry. Okay. Let's see what, oh, I have more coming in. Emily's coming in. Let's give her a minute to connect. Oh, I have Kathy coming in. We'll give them a minute to connect. Welcome, Emily and Kathy. Okay, so now we are on the next slide. What else can I learn in a year? So this one's about, all right, here's some background noise. This one is about strokes. Basically, it's about what goes first, what goes next. If I can write it out, you will see what I'm talking about. So ni hao, the ni. You start from the left side, pair, that slant to the left. Su, straight down, pair. Slant to the left, heng, pair. Su, go, pair. Na, slant to the right. So this is showing you how you can write the word in the correct order, in the right sequence. So this is all about order of the sequence. So it's not too bad, right? Okay, let me see if I could see more you. Okay. Still, are you still with me? Any questions so far? Doing good? Very good. Okay, let me see. Clear or join. So that is the overview for the first year. Basically very similar to what you are learning in kindergarten. We do phonic, tones, strokes, radical, sight words. Mostly are very similar to what you are going through. We just throw a few things on the top and top it off. So now, so you probably have a pretty good idea what the class is all about. Oh, I have more students coming in. That's a good sign. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part. I'm looking for spotlight. Okay. Now let's try to count to 10. That would be fun, isn't it? How many of you have pet in the house? Lee Main, I'm not sure if I pronounce it correct. What do you have at your house? What kind of pet do you have? Go ahead, you can unmute.
Dog.
Oh, great. So dog. What about Franklin? What do you have in your house?
Fish.
Fish? Very good. So now let's see what dog is in Chinese. And right here. Go, that means dog. So I'm going to write down for you. This is dog. I'm sure you could see it in the picture with the picture power. You know that means dog. Let's try to count to 3 over here. Oh, I have another person coming through. Welcome. So let's try to count to 3. You can unmute and read it with me together. Okay, good. 一只 Good, that is 1. 两只
2只
That is 2. 三只
3只
That is 3. 只 is a measure word for dog. It's like when you say 1 piece of paper, that piece is a measure word, similar to piece, like that word. But in a lot of cases in English, you don't really use measure word, like 1 person, you don't have 1 something person, but in Chinese, we do use measure word. So for dog, our measure word is 只. So just you are aware of it. Now let's take a look at. Oh, I have more student coming through. Okay, so here is cat. So let's find that word that means cat. Mao. Can you repeat after me? Mao.
Now.
Mao, that is cat. Very good.
Now.
Good job. So if you put xiao in front of Mao, that means small cat.
Mao.
Good job, Mao. So let's see, how many cats do you see in here? I see Kathy is counting 5. Oh, Lu Wen, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name not correctly. Lu Wen, you want to tell me how many cats you see on the screen?
那个，我看见买了6个。
六只. Very good. 谢谢. So let's count to 6. 4只.
4只。
That's 4. 5只.
5只。
That's 5. 六只.
溜溜
That's 6. 小猫, so little cat. Very good. So let's, I think we can count more, right? Let's go to the next slide. Oh, sorry, jumped a little bit too fast. Okay, we did 4, 5, 6. Now let's try 7 and 8. So 7 is 七只.
一
Good. You could unmute. 七只.
7只。
一只
八只.
8只。
That is 8. And I'm sure we can count more. Let's take a look. 9. 九只青蛙.
9只青蛙。
Good job. 青蛙 is frog. And oh, we have more students coming through. Let me see. I'm sorry if I didn't see all of you. Let me try to check if everyone's doing okay. Any questions so far? Doing good? Still with me? Okay, so let's go on the next slide. Who can count with us? Let's see how many monkeys jumping. Now let's have Franklin.
10
10. So 10 monkeys. It is 十只. 十, that means 10. 只 is the measure word for 猴子. 猴子 is monkey. So let's identify the animal in this picture. 猴子. That means monkey. So everybody repeat after me. 猴子.
猴子
Very good. And then following 一起跳. That means jumping together. Okay, so let's review. We all join. Get my spotlight. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go through all the pets in this slideshow. 小狗, you wanna repeat after me? 小狗.
小狗
That is dog. 小猫.
小猫。
That is cat. 青蛙.
青蛙。
That is frog. 猴子.
猴子。
That's monkey. So that's what I have for you tonight. Do you have any questions at all? Stay with me so far? Good, good. So let's recap. So in the first year, you would be, it's very similar to what you're going through in kindergarten. You learn phonics, you learn sight word, we do reading, we read stories sometime. Sometimes we do scavenger hunt, looking for, if we are learning colors, we say, oh, let's look for an item that is yellow. So that's kind of fun to do. We also learn strokes, radical, tones. So that's pretty much what we will be learning in the first year. So the rest of the time, we want to open up the floor for questions.